Yeah, alright, here I'm going to show you one of my favorite parts of this marble contraption. If this is the big mountain, this is mini mountain. I call it mini mountain. But if you want to call it something else, drop it down in the comment. Oh my god, what am I doing? There's 4 paths here. You can kind of see it. Yeah, I'll show you what those are. You got this path here that kind of like drops down and then through. You have this path here, which drops down and then goes across and goes out through here. And then you have this path here, which kind of goes around and then drops down and bounces here and then out. And then you have this path here, which goes all the way down through and around. It kind of snakes. Alright, I can show you an example of a run or two. I'm just going to put it here, and it'll fall in, and watch where it comes out. That one came out of the far path, which is the one that goes straight through, but I'll put it in again, and it might not be the same thing. That was something else, and then I'll try it again. That was something else entirely. It's kind of fallen into disrepair, but yeah. Anyways, I'm going to take it apart to show you how it works, because I think it's really intricate and really cool. This is the very inside. So this is the one that snakes around. You can see it goes through here and then hits this black and white. You can see that black and white is in here, right there, and it comes right on out. It goes here, hits this, and then comes out like that. You can see that this middle one sees all the way through, and that there's a thing here, which there's usually something here, but this usually goes out like that. And then you can even see that there's something up here, which is the one that drops. That's the one that goes, shoot, it's the one that goes like this. It's the one that bounces. Yeah. So this is a bit of the behind the scenes. Alright, so I have 4 pads here, and you know, one might think that I like them all equally, but I don't. I have a favorite, and my favorite is this one. I nicknamed it Foxtrot. It goes from here over this little gap here, which would take it into this lower one over here. So from here to here on this like floating little ledge, and then onto here, and then this has this attached to it like this, so it looks like this. But what's cool is that if it doesn't have enough energy, it can fail. So it's not a guaranteed if it's gonna go through or not. And then this, every once in a while, can also fail into that. You can kind of saw it. The thing that feeds this, by the way, is a huge chute. That is this. I call it. Never mind. I'm not going to tell you what I call it, but you can see it's a big chute. It kind of mirrors. Maybe this is a topic for a later video. This is another big chute. It just goes straight down and then through for a while. There's a lot of just it going through there. So turn it back around. Yeah, big chute, and it just kind of rockets through here. You can also see how there's a 4-pointed thing in the middle, which decides which path it goes on. It either goes on this one, which is the one that weaves in and out and around, that leads to this path. There's this path here, which leads to the one that falls straight down. That one leads here. There's this path, which is the one that leads to the side. That's Foxtrot. That's this one. And there's the chute one, which leads all the way down through, which is here. Again, this is what it looks like reconstructed. One final secret I have is that when it's coming down here, sometimes, and it's kind of a secret on why, but sometimes instead of just going straight into the main entrance, what it can do is it can veer off course in here and then take the side entrance where it can go here into Foxtrot, or down here and take its own path. And that is kind of the entire thing. This leads to Foxtrot, and that leads to the other path. And this is the marble run. I'll just do one final way to show you. This is the different path that leads to it. Alright, that's my fault for not fixing that. I'll fix it later. Look. Alright, this makes me look bad. See? There we go. Nice. Yep, that's the mini mountain. I'll see you in the next one.